almost replicating that regional success, but this has got to be it, right? I mean, it's FPX they face off in the first round here. They have to start strong in the first round of the playoffs.
No bigger challenge. Really no bigger challenge. Now 20 seconds away from getting this started. And what a tough task for DRX. I mean, we've been saying they've looked good during the groups, but we've said it before. We're getting tired of saying it. We're waiting to see it come through. So let's talk Ascent, Mike. Let's really drill into this map. And while this gets started, I want you to tell me the win conditions for both sides here. What are you looking out for as this game progresses, as we are now underway? So we can get this one kicked off with FPX on the attacking side, and of course that then means DRX will be on the defending side.
Actually, interesting here to see a very, very quick shift walk through mid, actually. Buzz going to be forced off this angle, and actually the pitch is coming straight to Market Stacks. Actually does get to the door and close it, but it's going to be broken immediately.
Oh, the pace on FPX here is blistering straight on in. No rest at all. Buzz going to be forced a little further away towards the stairs. Gets great contact. Good shot towards Angel and gets to go back around. DRX put up the wall. Absolutely no one getting towards the site anymore. Xiao and Ardis left alive. 5 more to find. This is not fun at all for FPX after trying to be confident, trying to be bullish in the first round. Spike might be able to be brought back to hand. 1 bullet to play with there. And he doesn't even have to use it yet. That's the first found. The 2v4. This would be devastating in a missed call or something. A little bit of a awkward timing, but it is now Xiao in a 1v4.
I think Ardis even caught off guard there. Stacks the one to seal the deal. Great adjustment from DRX there. Buzz going huge. It's completely slowing that push down once that wall's invested towards spawn. Fantastic work from him. But interesting to see FPX almost... I mean, you watch back the Crew series, and it almost feels like that's the first time we've seen FPX truly play with no respect, right? The pacing was all very different. Yep. Some of the, the stylistic changes we saw them adapt to was almost like solo efforts here and there. And FPX usually, it's all about structure. It's all about defaulting on the attack, and it's all about information gathering early on in these halves.
We talk about confidence here for DRX. We know that they've been struggling when they get to the later stages in tournaments. This is certainly a confidence booster for Buzz as well. Sitting on the jet straight up to the Phantom. A light armor to supplement it. Bulldog here for Zest. And we see what FPX do now. Testing that early war towards middle really paid no reward.
Bit of a poke here from FPX, but Buzz this time around, same position from the pistol round, playing very deep. Just awaiting this. Does have Zest in market as well. The drone's actually going to come through. Should catch 1 or 2 of these players on short. Sugetsu, the only one to actually be confirmed here. Despite not committed just yet, so FPX almost just trying to bait out a peek somewhere on the map.
Craving it. FPX now taking that space once again towards middle. Far different tempo to this though. Looking for opportunity. Spike just about being collected again. That's in the hands of Zipan. And Angel was trying to evade one, but the swing's actually quite nicely timed there. Zest is the one to deal the real damage, taking out Ardis.
9 HP though. Tagged on the way back through. Recon Bolt going to slow things down as well, but 2 towards main and 2 in market here, Lauren.
The fact that Stacks is on site as well. Yeah. So you knew he'd bail him out. The pressure comes in. Mouse will jump a little unfortunate, but let's see if there's any more damage to come through with these Sheriffs. You have 2 left here, one with Sugetsu, one with Angel. Zest does need to play his life. It needs to be a little bit cautious, can't overpeak, don't want to start losing out on players.
Needs to be Buzz to bear the brunt of this, but time now beginning to expire, and actually Buzz does well with the Cloud Burst. We'll find a second as well. 2 off the Blade Storm. 4 survive here, and Marco, whether or not he's going to be able to retrieve the weapon, I don't think actually you're going to carry... No, he did get the Spectre actually, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, brilliant to come into this round 3 here with Buzz's early ult progression. Obviously got that rifle on nice and early. He's even going to be able to get it online here in this round. Also, saw Marco just toying with the idea of a judge as well. A heavy lean towards A initially for DRX. Those 3, maybe 4 starting here. Buzz actually just going to come back to his usual position here, and it's Zest to hold down the fort on B site.
We've seen a lot of FPX kind of testing middle now at varying tempos. We've seen that kind of lean through market towards B, and it's not really found as much success as they'd like. So I'm kind of interested to see where they now try and tailor this towards, if they go back again towards this.
This is one of the things Benkai talked about, right? It's identifying where these players are playing, and this time around, it's a full 15, 20 seconds ahead when they come and try and force Buzz a little deeper. Maybe even draw the rotation out, which is unconfirmed as yet, but Stacks has actually used utility, so should be noting that now as FPX look to collapse onto A side.
Walking a little into the unknown though, hadn't really got too much, and the rotations are perfect from Buzz here. Gonna fill this, again, The one way's great, gets to be able to dip out as well.
Well, that spam damage onto Angel.
Oh, quick adjustment though. This isn't bad, I like this. Straight back up the guts, straight through. They've tried to pull rotations to be dedicated towards A, and then quickly turn and look towards the B site now. Bear in mind, it's not just one on the site. You do have stacks towards CT, going to slow down the pace. Denies Sugetsu, Seas comes in. Don't think it finds exactly what he wanted. So they should still have passage to site, but it's certainly not safe, as DRX going to find 3 of them. This is perfect work from DRX and FPX. They're scratching their heads. Artis and Xiao don't have step here. Spikes down by logs. It couldn't be worse.
And Buzz actually holding his first angle as well. Come through Anti. Oh, that's good for the first. Xiao will find the second kill into RB. Now finds himself in a 1v3 at the time. It's definitely a factor here, Lauren.
They just need to not give him chance, and that's really excellent work from DRX. Talk me through that round, because I feel like FPX were trying to toy with a couple of ideas, and then the adjustment late round was very interesting.
I mean, the idea is perfect, right? And as soon as that wall goes up, you're almost expecting the pop to come through. You know, it's actually, Zest is actually suppressed by that knife. And there's a window of opportunity when that smoke goes up on spawn. This is exactly the moment I'm talking about. Stax actually swings through that smoke with the Spectre to try and bail Zest out. It comes through at the perfect time, and it's on contact from main. It's really, really well played, but you can't fault the idea of FPX. Like I said, they're pushing and poking much earlier now in mid. Yes. It's just that reaction was a little lacking when they drift away from shore.
I do feel as though this would be one of those fantastic games to watch from, you know, an in-game leader perspective, a mid-round call perspective, strategic
real chess
element.
Match.
It is. It really is between these two. And even with that in mind, you know, these were some of the early architects of Valorant, you know, coming up with some of the most out there strategies, or, you know, the most refined at times, to varying degrees of success. Obviously, FPX hitting their stride now.
Well, 2 teams that literally have established their foundation as heavy default teams, right? It's all about mind games. It's all about information. It's very, very rare we see these teams hard gamble. I was going to feel a little bit of this heat on shore.
I love how omnipresent Buzz feels currently as well.
He's everywhere.
He's been in mid, he's been supporting on B, he's now over towards short on A. He's absolutely everywhere. So again, FPX not finding that entry point they need. Now you get to see a little bit of work coming out from Artis here. Going to prop himself up towards Market, and I wonder if they're going to try and activate him late, potentially punish a rotation or something here. But DRX have been on the money. They haven't been overzealous, they haven't been overly chomping at the bit, but FPX now are at least going to take over shore control. This does give them some access to the side, but there's still 2 players there. RB going to find Zip out, but the entry was made, and Xiao is the one to do it. Does trade his life for it. Marco on the site. Spike now lost, and it's all on Artis. Already predicted, but he does get Buzz down, and that's a rifle to hand. Hold on, 25 seconds pass to work with. What does he have to do now? Can he find one of these 2 kills? You can see DRX freezing here. He gets a little bit of play, checks towards Hell, notes nothing so far. They're running that clock down. It's their best friend currently. He's doing everything he can, and DRX, good spacing, great discipline. DRX looking great form, Mike.
And discipline, the one to know. Marco not even peeking off that drop. There's a window there where Artis, if he can actually force the 1v1, and it definitely doesn't feel comfortable to do so, but Marco plays his life perfectly there. Holds his nerve, sticks behind Jen, and waits for that rotation to come through. Stax was actually shift walking all the way up short. So conscious that Artis has slipped into another position elsewhere.
And we did want to talk about maybe the in-game leading style a little later in this game, especially with DRX. I'd love to touch back on that if it becomes a topic. But right now they are rolling. This is a great, great start for DRX. Operator out on deck for Buzz. And a lot of intent shown towards this B site at the start here.
Sort of force popped as well. The smokes go up, and actually look how quickly Buzz is here. That knife, I'm not even sure how many that's detected, but definitely ripped the tour de force away for the time being. And Artis being noted on the back of that. Expect DRX to slip into a more passive setup here.
I even like the position. I actually quite like what Marco's even doing on the other side of the map, tucked in towards Wine. Able to play this super deep, doesn't get stressed too early on. Buzz does need to note this though. There it is, shot. Good connection for Buzz, and gets to keep his life. No trades available, and no entry points for FPX yet. There's the trade. Finally, Artis going to draw blood. That's what you need. Find a way through, and now divides them to a site.
Zest is the next on the chopping block here. To get picked up in the previous round by Artis in that lurk. So around they're facing off opposite sides of the wall here.
And the Prowler just went through on B main, so they might be getting a little bit out of timing with this one. FPX are just a second away. Now they note in Artis, stunner! Huge shot for Artis there. Massive impact already.
Actually, Artis just breaking the wall there, the door, sorry, but gives up the angle just as Stack swings on it.
Have they cleared stacks yet properly. Now they will, but he's still standing.
Big kill.
Takes down Artis, and his game back on. Quick horn towards main. Does he now try and springboard off this? No one noted. He could maybe identify they're all on site here. Now, of course, he had none of the sound cues that were coming in, so wasn't fully aware of this. Now he's going to do the same to them. Nightfall ready, and it's about to get Dark Suit Getsu. All options limited. Flash goes in. RB, who's out of it?
Oh my god!
It's DRX on the playback through, and Shao can't do it this time. Diffuse comes in, and who is this DRX?
Totally caught off guard there. They have so many different things to worry about. The smoke going up, actually, I don't even think it allows them to see when the wall is broken. So they don't actually know when that pinch is coming through from lane. Beautiful retake from DRX, and Stacks worth his weight in gold again.
Incredible.
Plays inside that smoke perfectly. He's the one to deal with Artis here. Like I said, the timing was just off the first time. RB felt like he was blind for an eternity there.
Yep.
Still gets that kill to Sugetsu. And actually, just thinking about it now, with the operator coming online, this is the one where DRX really want to dig their heels in, right? Try and maintain this economy, get a buy or two in hand now with a 5-0 scoreline.
Timeout hits, and this is FPX's. At 0-5, right time to call it. Let's kind of address this then. Do you think that FPX have found anything to work with from DRX so far? Is there any avenues approaches? Artis had a little bit of success in that round, but is it repeatable? Was that Artis almost over-delivering like he can do? What do you think they've extrapolated so far?
DRX aren't necessarily mixing it up, right? The similar things are there in the early round. It's how FPX now choose to respond. I think they've got a couple of bits of information around the map. Whether or not they want to try and target Buzz, push a little deeper in. They've had one round where they've left Artis in this lurk when they actually were probing towards short. Did actually manage to successfully bait that rotation. Thing is, DRX now, they're not the sort of team to let that slip, right?
No.
You don't necessarily get away with those things 2 or 3 times in a row. So I'm looking for FPX to react a little quicker now, especially with Buzz on the map with this operator. They need to identify where he is and find a pinch point elsewhere. Interesting thing being, I was talking about this being the round the operator comes into play. If Buzz just starts floating now, you're talking about how active he is through the mid round. If he's active within the early round now on a couple of different angles, that can cause real problems for FPX.
Certainly could. Harder to pin down. He's starting to feel a little confident. Hard to be, though, against someone like Artis, who is very much towards the top end of the scale.
Artis has got an operator.
He certainly does, and he'd love to be able to get a chance to
He's
use it,
up.
but he's still just standing his ground. It's Artis.
He got triple pinged.
Buzz didn't pull the trigger on it either. How is Artis alive? And I think he just got spotted yet. Going in towards Super Rosa, but Buzz needs to back away now. There's too many bodies here, and Artis is the bravest man I've ever seen. Or maybe luckiest, I don't know. So much information found here for Zest. Didn't quite get to note the players still over towards that B side.
Was that almost like the 3,000 IQ bait? Was Angel actually out of line of sight of that dart, trying to bait the peak
Someone
of the
was
triple
top
ping?
mid. I swear someone was top mid
That's
waiting.
ridiculous.
Oh, but look at this guy! As said, you thought you saw him top mid. Well, that might as well have been 2 weeks ago. He's already wrapped back around, reading the intention perfectly of what FPX want to achieve. And that's already Artis gone, who's meant to be the tin opener to this round, to pry it open. Buzz doubling down, careful now,
He's
Buzz.
feeling it.
He is
feeling it.
The temptation was calling. Man, if we get group stage performance DRX here in potentially playoff territory, this is going to be big. But never write out FPX. My God, it's Shao, it's Sipan, it's all the greats here. Angel still doing damage, but Buzz on an absolute tear! Rip it up to shreds!
He can do no wrong right now, Lauren. Beautiful work. And almost a total fumble. The entry given away on the back of that team flash. That almost fell to pieces for DRX. It's just beautifully done.
The game just feels perfect to him. He's got that hot hand in the game now. Everything makes sense.
These are the sort of plays when somebody's just feeling good about the first few rounds. Like you said, omnipresent. That's the word.
Everywhere. Everywhere. You can't escape him. And he has such a smothering feeling. And now if he starts getting more aggressive, like you noted, we could see this time and time again. Hard to achieve this, though. It's still FPX, but this time, Desire's turn towards that A side. They're going to note Marco very early on. This is still going to be dangerous, but quick utility invested to somewhat hamper and slow down this approach. Did not note the player on short then either.
Interested to know, because it's literally as soon as the null command comes up for FPX on Ascent, it's pretty much close to a 95% of the time they're going A with the null command. Actually, no early adjustment on that. They look to take B main control, maybe to dig Artis out of a position, but things are actually slowed down here on the back of the knife. It looks for the TP, but information gathered. FPX can't really make a move on this until Artis has found something.
And he's been threatening from short for a while, but Stacks has thrown caution to the wind. When do they go on this? Again, Artist is in for a 1v1, but he holds it. Holds his nerve perfectly. That's Artist that you want to be seeing. Still finding value, but here, this time, Buzz, I think a little late to the party. Not going to be able to know anything for the back to push out on A. No, again, there's a trade coming through. Favorable numbers to FPX. This could be the time. There's the res as well. They want all 5 standing, and maybe rightly so. Marco giving a little bit of space. He's not down yet. He's still at Gen, and the gap close comes in. Great work from Xiao. Pins him down, and this is starting to look better. Xiao, if he has to do it single-handedly, he bloody well will. Surely not, Mike. Surely not.
Somebody put him down, please.
Oh.
FPX squeeze one through the gate. Actually, even so, like I said, in terms of that early exchange, it's actually DRX that comes out on top of it. That knife slowing things down initially, that rotation slowly comes through. That's all on the back of Buzz being the one pushed in B main. Great recovery from FPX though, and Artist actually the one to win that key engagement on short.
He absolutely did. Between Xiao and Artist in that round, that was almost heroic levels of input to get them on the board. 6-1. And you just got to do that a couple more times. Buzz still on 13-4 if you stop counting. And look at the stack here from DRX. Not going to be noted on the knife either, but the operator still going to be giving away the game.
That's a good flash though.
Forced away. Nightfall going through as well. Wall goes up. They have no idea. They do not know about this, but they're safe from it so far. Zest going to have a little look back in, and DRX quick to work. Oh, and the timing on that. The timing is unfathomable. Now Zest does find one, but it's all positive work for FPX until now. Stack's still on the site. Spike now dropped, but great trade for Sugetsu, who made his way on towards the site itself. Now it's on Marco in this 1v2.
Survival full here. Has to deal with the door, so Angel and Sugetsu will post up backside. Expect them to play this one pretty safely, and actually the one-way going up going to make things very difficult. Marco tries to counter with a smoke of his own.
I like that. Okay, back and forth. Spoke about it being a bit of a chess match between these two. Certainly looking like it, but the back of Boathouse is just filled with players. Sugetsu and Angel. Gonna make this hard work. Just a little bit to play with here, but the time's starting to dwindle. Has to make his move now. He's gotten close, but close ain't enough. FPX stabilizing a little now. Michael, is this them finding the way forward?
I mean, this is a much pacier start, and I think this almost, I was saying, you rarely see these teams gamble. I think they're actually relying on figuring out where Buzz is immediately, and actually on the back of the information, they know 3 players, right? Buzz doesn't get tagged by the knife. The suppress goes onto the other 2. He shows the operator, and FPX, all they do is, on the back of that, they just pop flash, and they look to burst through. The absolute confidence play coming out of FPX, looking to really actually rattle DRX on the defense here.
It's done exactly that. They've pulled the plug, they've hit the timeout.
It's actually a frustrating thing to see now with the 6-2 scoreline, with how dominant it's been, to see actually the economy we're sat here on the side of DRX. I mean, yes, they can fathom a purchase out of this, but I think that early lead, it's not reflected in terms of the finances here.
Now, we did want to kind of discuss the in-game leadership and how much they are currently, or at least were, should I say, during the group stage, dependent on coach input, having the timeouts in the right places, because, again, changing how calls were being made. I want to see them be quite... normally, I'm very much happy to see timeouts whenever, right? But I want them to be relatively frugal with this because they have to make them count, these timeouts.
They do, and I actually had
the time for it.
Yeah, I actually had the benefit of having a chat with Stacks. He was saying actually it was from the side of, you know, the mental game and just allowing people to reset, making sure everybody's on the same page. So it's the reason we saw some unorthodox ones the other day. I'm fine with this here, with how this has started.
Absolutely.
I think DRX are maybe now feeling as if FPX are going to make a massive adjustment to really address some of these attacking rounds. Sorry.
Yeah.
This isn't necessarily the one that we're going to see anything crazy coming out of. No, at least FPX stacked up for kind of damage limitation here. 5-man push files.
Buzz can be forced away early, and Stacks got caught. So that was the first kind of contact that potentially DRX could have done some chip damage with, but this is good from FPX. Clearing through middle. Actually, not pop flashing through, just swinging it at this point. And stepping pretty comfortably towards the B site. Again, we've already seen the 2 of the players who were posted a little deeper, that one being Buzz initially towards middle and slipped towards the stairs. So already kind of falling away, having to respect the amount of ground gained by FPX here, but Buzz looking like he wants to maybe double dip. Now, that's pretty dangerous. Coming on the flash. Actually not bad for RB, so attention got pulled and Zest found Zipan. Okay, we're in a 3v3. Now, again, weaponry, armor, the lot, but certainly out of the woods with RB with a Phantom.
Making that hero rifle work for the time being. Zest will actually get confirmation on 2, I think, with where that shot came from. So smoke will go up. All invested by Sugetsu, but a great gravity well just outside it.
We've seen him, there's such a chance. This slips between his fingertips, that could have been something, but now it's nothing. I'll be overwhelmed. And FPX playing together as a pack. Prowling through this one, and Zest left to rot at the back of the site. 20 seconds. Spike's on the way towards A. There's no messing around. FPX are in full form now.
Still back within 3 rounds now, but DRX an opportunity. Oh, yes. Last few rounds now, you actually look at the financial position FPX find themselves in. Tour de Force online as well, so that's a big factor. Talk about teams stabilizing the economy. So no operator in play for Buzz this time around. Definitely slowed down a little bit now. FPX seem to have a better grasp. But looking like we might see a flash over the top here. Maybe that's why we see the Phantom.
There's a deep flash. And there goes Buzz. Oh, they're so ready for it though. But it's not just Buzz. There's Zest here. There's so many more, but they miss it. They absolutely fluff their lines. And FPX refute all of their aggression, send them back. And now it's Marco left towards CT. Feels inevitable, and it is Angel too sharp with it.
And so we talk about the strength of these early rounds from FPX. A great read from Angel. I'm not even sure actually if he's caught with that blind. DRX desperate to make a pace change here. It actually plays anti-flash. It's such a good read. Coming out of the timeout, they're stacked up here on tiles. And even actually have 2 players disconnected a little deeper to read the B main push. I think he's saying, yeah, like a book.
Called it.
Like a book.
Absolutely called it. And that's lovely, though. That's when you're getting full faith in your IGL. You're starting to feel like the game. You're like, yeah, we absolutely got them on the ropes there. And FPX, we know they've got depth. This is where I need to see if DRX can do similar things. If they get maybe left here, 6 is all they can get, and FPX just keeps striding forward. As it stands, once again, those first couple of steps towards middle. Commitment behind it, too, though.
DRX shift walking immediately through a lobby. Let's try and get behind this now. Check actually if Ardis is going to consider this. He's posted up with the Tour de Force right now. Should be spotted here. The rifle barrel, I think, maybe going to stick out a little bit. It is visible, but he actually adjusts it. Marco finds the wallbang. Oh, this gets away.
Now, obviously, that rifle far from recoverable, but this will put a little bit of a fire beneath FPX. And Angel... Oh, what? Okay. Okay, Marco makes it there in time. Fails him out. It's somehow... It's a 3v1.
Yeah, Zipan's knocked.
Yeah, where the hell is Ardis in this? Okay, right next to him. What can you do with it? Ardis looks... He wants this pick. He needs one. He needs one now. Zest, the timing. Oh, that's pretty rough. And, well, he's lost his only teammate. Ardis, can you save yourself? Not this time, DRX! We asked for depth and they showed us it. The first round was read like a book, but you left the pages open and it gets just flipped right on over. DRX 7-4 now.
And this is almost FPX with the same setup, right? Anticipating aggression, DRX trying to make something work, but there's a massive gap in this attacking setup here. Ardis initially in the right position to maybe feel this out, but like I said, at the last second, Marco found that one wallbang, then comes through, gets the pinch in market for the second. Ridiculous stuff from Marco.
Look at the ults. Like they've got, well, how much they... And they've got one away from Buzz. Oh, so close now. So much to play with.
It's actually terrifying, yeah, for this to be the final round and DRX only missing one orb for the Blade Storm. I'll have a full deck. Buzz warded once again in middle with this operator. Angel will fall very early on here as FPX have no progress towards either side. Wondering actually if they're going to retrieve this orb for Shout. Try and execute on the back of this Nightfall.
Should at least catch 2 of the players on the other side. Maybe Marco would go unchecked, but he has actually been spotted, I'm pretty sure, by Dice. Being forced out of position, and the timing's gorgeous from FPX. Completely caught napping, and Buzz now down super low, gets overwhelmed. Zipan's there. From downtown, Zest trying to post this, do everything he can. He can actually catch Zipan. Okay, it's still a 2v2, standing. Stack's gonna commit. Sends in the ult, gonna spot both players. Horn goes through, but you can see the Nightfall right on back in. slowing down the pace. Stacks needs a couple of seconds to get himself back up, but a pixel out of place. They're going to know Sugetsu. They know where they're at. Both players, they've got to know it's Xiao! Still in one, and now the 1v1, and it's going to be Xiao to close it down. The guy worth his weight in gold already in this game.
A totally free first blood as well. On Angel of all people here. Gonna make it so difficult to stack up for this execute. They still, what is that shot from Xiao? What was that?
Yep.
You can see he can't believe it. Absolute heroics from Xiao.
Well, at this point, DRX set the tone, but FPX met the pitch perfectly. This has been a stunning first half. Let's hand it back to the desk to break down everything.
Thank you very much, Pansy and Hypog. All I gotta say is, do you remember the tale they used to tell about the Korean jet, Mimi?
It's
the
back.
Korean jet.
It's back. The fairy tale is real, and Buzz is that guy. He has looked absolutely insane thus far on this map. I've been talking up the DRX world changes, and this is just the perfect example. This man looks so well enabled when he's playing on this agent. He's effective with the rifle, he's effective with the AWP, and on the defense, he is the crown jewel of DRX.
Yeah, so you can really see how he just controlled the map by pretty much himself, with some help from his teammates, just regaining that map control with all of their initiators. And you can just see Buzz slowly take control of the entire half with his operator and just really shut down some of these splits from FPX.
Yeah, and he did shut down the split, but Bola, it was a comeback. Nevertheless, FPX, they actually managed to get 5 rounds in the end.
5 rounds is well above the bar I think that they need, right? I'm thinking back to the Furia game that we saw from DRX, and I'm saying, oh my goodness, the attack side rounds, they're hard to come. So there's a significant portion here that I'm wondering, is this good for DRX? It felt like a good half at the beginning, but take a look at this, right? You see the heat map where they're planning, but also look at the bottom left of the screen, the attack win rate percent, 33%. I mean, they only got 3 against Furia. This is what they've done so far at this, and 6 plants overall. That's, you know, well less than 50%, and that's not what you want from attacking side. That's kind of how the meta has developed, and it's been really hard to watch these attack sides from a lot of teams. It's not just DRX.
And on the other side, you're playing up against FPX, who is one of the absolute best teams at the defense. When Sugetsu is on this stage, they're super adaptable. They have a lot of different setups, and they do well to shut down dive players like Buzz.
Yeah, and just very quickly, Benka, yes or no, was that enough from DRX? Is 7 rounds enough?
This is gonna be a hard for DRX just based on what FPX are running. With that Sage, with that Sage, I feel like they're gonna be able to slow down the DRX attack really well. So I don't know, I don't even know how big of a help having 3 initiators will.
Oh, we'll see indeed. I'm gonna toss this back to Pansy and Hypog to get us back into the game.
And after such a great first half of this back and forth tale, it does leave us wondering now, as the desk highlighted, is it enough? Obviously, now the proof will always be in the pudding. We have to wait to find out, but it's certainly got our attention now.
Absolutely. If anything, we can look at that Fury game and have a lot of questions, but
Sure.
if we treat it as an anomaly, and we talk about maybe those internal changes for Stacks and talking about how he wanted to come on board and really change the playstyle, the proof's in the pudding here. Can you right your wrongs from the previous performance? Sugetsu and Angel on the other side, as you see, no surprises. See, Sugetsu just primed with this wall.
Zipan noting nothing towards the B side, so shoring up the intention. Knife, I'm pretty sure, gonna have connected there, but straight on through. DRX, it just straight on in. They're already inside. Good response so far, but I'm looking towards heaven. Okay, Artist gets warded away. He can't stick around any longer. Plant not yet to be committed to. And it stands. Zesto!
What?
The adjustment between Zipan and Artist. I thought Zest was good for one there, but it's not the case at all. And now Stacks. 1v1. Zipan above him. They've got to have noted this before. What can Stacks do here? 8 more seconds on his horn, so he's got time to play with. But does Zipan let him have a moment?
Zipan's knife's back. Can cancel out the horn now. I don't think either of them.
He's dropped down, he's dropped down. He's already down towards the ground!
Oh my god!
Stacks! Maybe not righting the wrongs yet, but getting it on the right track. DRX pick up the first in the second half.
And it's crazy how quickly, actually the knife is invested towards B, and immediately Angel's making his way back towards heaven.
Yep.
A furious exchange actually as these smokes go up. It's like 3 different gunfights going on. Great recovery from Stacks though. managed to actually dig Ardis out. He was down to, I think, 22 HP after that initial exchange. But crucial for DRX to get the pistol on the board. Eyes towards round 2. FPX go exploring here. Actually, 3 Bulldogs here for DRX, so they can sit pretty deep and look towards mid-control, make sure to make use of this range. Buzz and RB with Spectres in hand. No real push through from FPX just yet. Ardis actually forced off mid with that flash alone, and actually draws a smoke here. Whether or not Ardis is going to make his way back towards B, he actually retrieves his TP, and he'll be a 3rd member to join the defense on A site.
It may look like Angel the lone wolf, but it's certainly not the case. Dips away from the first Prowler that's sent towards clear and wine, swings back in. He's going to note at least 3 players.
I actually think the reveal comes through here.
Crossfire.
Perfect bait for Ardis. Sugetsu's found 2.
This crossfire is divine. It's so well placed. Fully baited in. Angel. He is just running around the map. As soon as they thought they had him dead, you saw it. Ardis waiting with that cross. It was so well timed.
And the bait is perfect. The fact that Angel actually gets tagged on the reveal means Ardis can just post up. Buzz is so confident that Angel's the only person on site. And precision with the headhunter from Ardis. DRX going to be kicking themselves after that. FPX actually come through 4 rifles here, and the Bulldog in the hands of Angel. A heavy lean towards A once again for DRX. Looking to just burst here. Nothing invested at all, it's just the classics here. So maybe a chance to overwhelm Angel, but just the second one-way up. Actually 3 detected on the knife. That's huge information from Zipan.
Yeah, so much to work off now. Have to respect it. You can see Ardis and Xiao in unison here towards middle. Love these little setups, just kind of in place. Nothing too complicated about it. We've seen a couple of those now. Angel happy to make himself the bait. Smoke goes in, and once again the time dwindling now. Underhand flash, and the response.
Counter flash.
But he got behind them. Zest, Buzz got behind them still, and that is a rifle found. Angel has to pull away, has to respect the smoke. He can't now fight the site. Spike should be able to go down at this point. Looking at who's got the rifle, it's going to be Zest. Now, all the utility, everything's still sitting with FPX. They still have the upper hand here, excluding the plant. Angel looking to invest the paranoia, and the swing through short going to come in. The smoke dissipates. The first one gets found, and Zest is so essential to the outcome. Still going to try to find any information. Buzz is left on 1 HP. Light work for Sugetsu. And now the 2v2, but Zest is barely breathing. And they're going to have to check towards health. They expect at least someone to be standing there, but it's all again down to this. Stack's on top. Xiao drops down. Stack sees it, but it does not matter. Xiao is getting so many valuable rounds for FPX.
What is the start of the second half? It comes right down to the wire. Xiao put in the position to clutch it out. The counter flash is perfect. I didn't even see Buzz dash behind Zipan there.
Yep.
But this lineup here, Zest to find 2. Well played from Xiao as well. The reposition from Zest. Sorry, from Stacks there in Hell. I have to see what the purchase looks like on the back of that, actually, because it's... Yes, FPX flip round 2, but with the damage done. See what they settle on. It's...
Right there.
The Guardian, maybe just the Sheriff for Zipan, yeah. But a little off kilter here in terms of the purchase.
Is there pace behind this? Surely not. Yeah, the purchase looking about as stable as a child on a horse.
At this point, expect FPX to start exploring elsewhere. Now the DRX have been stacked up consistently outside A lobby. And they're doing just that. Look at the push through B main.
Yep.
Xiao and Sugetsu.
Oh.
Stacks can't give his life away here.
If he was on the money, that was a kill, and potentially falling back with his life, but it's pretty
Xiao's
telling.
posted deeper
but
now.
look at short as well. They're getting proactive across the map. The audacity on FPX to be doing this. Oh, but Buzz checks it. Great timing to swing back around and see this. Somehow DRX actually keeping on top of this.
I mean, Angel's in no man's land there. When the contacts come, you've got to expect DRX are going to re-clear through top mid.
Thought maybe he had a window of timing, but middle is all that they've got. Xiao, how did you find that? I don't understand. And that's pretty worrying news now. That got contact off the back of the Prowler. One sent back through to clear close, but they want pace to this. It looks like DRX were trying to imply, entail that B site was going to be the end goal, but with 34 seconds, where else can they go?
I mean, they break the wall. There's no smokes to fake this.
Wait.
FPX have sent everybody to B site.
Can DRX get there in time? They've got to go, and they've got to go now. They don't know that they have a completely free site. Now they're going to. Nothing noted off the back of that either. No one towards Wine, and I love this from RB. Tries to get ahead of this, beating the curve, and spots him! Down Zip and the site's all theirs, and then they're still being ridiculous.
So paranoid.
Of course, and rightly so. There was 4 against you. Rez can be invested. Zipan back on his feet.
Zest actually has the Hunter's Fury here. He's in hell at the minute. Could post this on contact straight up here, but I'm not sure actually how DRX are going to play this if they just tuck in.
Okay, High Flash goes in, gives at least the first couple of steps over towards FPX to start clearing through the site. It's going to be on the commitment though. Buzz probably first contact, I'd imagine. Yeah, gets it, takes down Shao. The Conch King himself, but it's Buzz to follow up again. And DRX holding on. Mauling FPX on the way back in.
I thought for a moment there, because it's Marco that falls similar to what we talked about in that first half, there was going to be no fake potential for DRX. But they didn't even need to. They break the wall, it draws everybody from FPX. Maybe they just want a death ball for the res. I'm not entirely sure of the logic there, but DRX thread the needle and find the perfect timing back to A site.
And it is rare you make FPX go to the wrong site, to overcommit, to read something wrong. They are such a diligent team in that. They don't normally make those gambles unless it's not necessarily even the right call, but the right moment to do it. That time they were outdone. I'm really impressed. Now, last time we saw the FPX timeout come in, it actually did get them back in the right direction for themselves. They were able to reaffirm their position, close in on that scoreline. Good thoughts?
Oh, what, you mean the Prime Vandal? Yeah, absolutely agree.
That side, not the other?
Couldn't agree more. I'll leave it, no context.
Fair enough, like that. For FPX here though, this timeout, again, I'm not sure what you've been able to extrapolate so far from this.
No, I mean, it's good to see it as soon as you're expecting that aggression coming out from FPX, or at least proactivity. I mean, the number of times we see Xiao and Sugetsu, that dynamic duo pushing through B main on Ascent defense. It comes through though, and actually, credit to Stacks. What happens after that is what kind of baffles me, because the expectation has to be, if there's only Stacks that challenges, DRX are set up outside of A or top mid. So that's why it's so peculiar to see Angel misposition there, trying to invest his smoke, almost trying to, you know, bait that there is a little heavier setup on site. And for him to be caught off there, completely untradeable. There's no contingency in mid whatsoever.
So knife early going over towards short. That should have found both the players there. And it looks...
FPX decent read here though. I mean, they're sending bodies towards market.
Again, looking at the purchase though, you're looking out for Xiao and Angel really as the main two proponents here. Buzz so quick to it though. Making it look good with that jet. Finds another fight, wins it. That time it's Angel though. And actually Zipan got himself a rifle, but now just down to Artis. Gonna filter through one of the rifles that was dropped off the corpses of his teammates. The timing, bloody hell. Seconds away then. So he's not gonna connect as Artis. Well, still so much late round utility invested towards him. So they're going to find out that he was towards CT, but making quick moves.
Teleport's ready.
Does he anticipate Zest though?
And he may check on it, but to what degree, right? Zest has such a dirty angle to play with. Cleared. Artis. Still time for the reload here. Taunt goes up, handles it, spots out RB. He wants to close in. This man could be a machine, but this would need something massive. 15 bullets to play with, and too many targets, too little time. DRX. Right back into things here.
Double digits on the board.
Yep.
And again, this purchase comes at a very precarious time of the half. FPX lose this, DRX find 11, and with what's left in the bank here, that purchase is going to look very, very flaky. Tour de Force, the only bonus to come through, but well handled here from DRX. That's with the hero rifle coming through from Angel to try and make this a little bit more interesting. Actually, the byproduct of that here, he's got full armor and the Bulldog. See now if DRX will start to slow things down. maybe anticipating actually that information Stax was able to gather earlier, but it looks as if it's a similar look
the
to the
guts.
previous.
Right up mid. Buzz is fast with it. There's no messing around
Sugetsu's
here.
gotta be careful here.
Sugetsu's in no man's land. He always got caught out there. He's lucky to be alive. Dealing with the horn that goes up. Buzz still wants in. Unhand flash though. Do they swing through on CT? Yes, they do. Zipan greets him with a smile and sends out RB and Buzz. Leaving 3 now. Marco up middle. Stax and Zest to try and find some success towards the site.
Angel's got the read here. You can see the ping coming through on the minimap as well, but Zest desperate to try and mitigate this damage back. Marco's got to go huge, and Angel wins
Big
it.
shot. Very heads-up play there from Angel. Now with these two, I don't see any utility left, or at least online currently. A couple more seconds. Finds one on the side. Chow now gone. One towards the back of the side. They did note him earlier, but it's Sugetsu. And the site's his. FPX, find it back.
Put him in a corner and he'll find the headshots regardless.
Oh,
And a
that's the song now, that's
crucial round win. Is there? Zena, what did it say?
Not for now.
Okay. Beautiful
This
play from
flash,
Zip, man.
man.
I mean, just look.
Oof.
Buzz has nowhere
He
to
almost got
turn.
3 as well.
Nowhere to turn. Like I said, that round effectively bails FPX out.
Yeah.
Gives
Yeah,
them
it
a
does.
lifeline here, because the finances would have been crippled if they'd have lost that. Again, actually, Arda's still just one off the Tour de Force. Zipan one away. Shao and Angel both have their ultimates. Buzz actually Bladestorm online here. Can invest it. Marco going to be struggling. No, actually, Stax is going to throw a rifle across, and they want to try and convert this one. Probably what they're discussing in this timeout right now.
A couple more seconds to run through the options. Oh, he's found the camera. Still, I'm waiting. I know this sounds bad, right? And forgive me for this, but I shouldn't preface things by saying that, should I? I'm waiting for
Go
it
on.
to drop. It feels like, because I'm like, oh, it's DRX. We're out of the group stage. When's it gonna go wrong? But they keep doing good things. They keep doing good things. Have I cursed it? Have I?
I mean, I can't disagree with you, but I mean, I made a comment. If DRX can actually maintain, in terms of the level we've seen here,
Sure.
other than that Fury or Ascent game,
Ooh.
that's a lot of damage off the rip.
Okay. And so far, let's look at the players here. We've got 3 already towards that A side. A Prowler committed towards middle to clear through, which notes nothing. Pretty indicative so far. So DRX, the opening plan, this kind of heavier lean towards A, already being noted very quickly.
I mean, Angel's TP already causing problems. They have to come back here, re-clear mid, because there was no information gathered there. Marco will actually relay the information that Angel's not made his way to spawn, but forces DRX to eat up about 30 seconds of round 19. This will test the waters here. It's not a spot that's been played by any FPX player just yet.
Well, this is when the issues could start.
The reveal gets him, he has to TP away, but he TPs to hell. I think he's
Of all
noted.
things, did Buzz see him, or was it just a preemptive shot? I feel as though he saw away. Yeah, now the tether! He's seen it in DRX! Brute force the site. He used to look towards the most robust teams taking sides like this, so drilled on approach, but now...
He's got Odin for the wallbanger to help. Look at Buzz. He's so low already.
11
he gets a
HP, but
kill.
he's still finding frags. He got Zipan, but it's Shao still standing, so I can't quite write it off just yet, but if it's with an
Sugetsu.
Odin. If it was anything else, maybe, but DRX did enough. That's 11.
And it's so interesting to see, this play that close contact position and the TP not be safe to help? Because he's going to be noted there. You've got to assume that Buzz is going to dash in.
Towards
so he's
side.
already closed half of that gap towards hell. I'm not even sure actually if the recon bolt pings him, in which case the way the TP works with Chamber, you still see him where he ends up.
Yeah.
And
Actually,
again,
don't know if it did.
it's, I don't know. There has to be a bit more of a robust support system there if Artis is going to play such a risky position and the TP's not necessarily safe, inverted commas.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. We go back in. I feel like we're just passengers in this game at the moment because Buzz, what, 21-14 here. This is a clear. Seemed like he was really trying to hunt down towards hell. I don't know if they had seen him from, as said, Bolt earlier or anything else, but I'm gonna start getting a little worried now. It's 11-8. It's not, you know, out of the realms of reality for FPX to close this one down, but I've got to say, DRX starting to look much better. A little bit more stability on the economy.
Tour de Force ball without Mardis, though.
Bring them down.
On B side to start this. The DRX just huddled up, looking as if they want to mimic that B split once again. Initial exchange has put Zipan to market. Only has a Sheriff. Nardis here to pick up the slack in mid. Shao, will he be rewarded this time around? Spraying furiously.
That's big
Oh,
info.
come on, opted, he will be rewarded.
Sick timing on the horn, still gonna spray in. They actually get to get away now. Fortunately for them,
Doesn't usually miss them.
yeah, mate, I was gonna say fortunately enough on the other side of things, but actually missing
Wait, can
most
Marco
of
beat
this.
him? Can Marco beat him to A site?
I think he can. I think he's actually got him dead to rights here. And he has! Sugetsu's fallen! A site is open. They found the timing. They've threaded the needle. You can't ask for anything better. And Artist and Shao left sweating bullets towards CT. What are you going to do with this? Because 12 is beckoning on the board now. Plant's going to come in. Late positioning towards middle from RB, ensuring they're not coming from hit. They're so certain of it now. Hearing this, noting this.
RB's got his knife back. He can remove the Tour de Force here.
And Artist going to end
He's
up
actually
feeling...
posted a mid though.
Oh, and a pick! Marco! Mistake made. Vulnerability now shown. A 2v3, still not ideal, but it's something. The suppressing fire allowing a fall forward, and it was a centimeter away, but Shao ain't dead yet. Now he is. Buzz, big round, 12 on the board. DRX outdoing FPX.
Beautifully done.
I can't
like
believe
I said,
it.
even just half a second either way, Sugetsu finds that kill on Marco. Marco doesn't actually immediately push through short. Like I said, beats Sugetsu back to the site. But he's almost anchoring with his flank. Insane stuff from DRX.
24 now for Buzz.
He's had a cracking game.
Absolutely. Feeling himself, confidence flowing. But one more required for them to get map 1 under the belt. FPX now needs to turn it up to 11. Feeling the pressure. Artist again getting checked on early here. Forced
So
away
much pressure on Artist.
and noted where he managed to TP back to. So instantly attention for DRX turns towards his B site.
But no pressure in mid though, so Artist can pick up the same position once again. All goes down. Actually, Nightfall invested as well.
It's big, they want this round. They want it done. Sugetsu!
Sugetsu!
He's having none of it! No entry, no way forward! And hell, not even a kill. They hold all 5 alive! FPX ain't out of it yet.
Sugetsu absolutely bailing FPX out.
Savior.
Standing strong on lane. And now I'm intrigued, actually. DRX start feeling the pressure of just having to convert one more round.
One enemy remains. Spike down.
What's the next step in the plan? One off the Hunter's Fury, nothing else available. Sugetsu back on that res though. FPX not giving anything away here. DRX spread a little more thin this time around. And no early peek either. Artist has to TP away from the knife. As per previous. We'll come back. Towards market at least, we'll be spotted here on the jump spot. Actually an early wall this time around in B main. Look at it, 4 players towards mid here. It's just Zipan holding down the fort for the time being.
Zipan's been on the money though. He's been really damn good at this, but DRX are quick to it as well. Got to commit now, they're forced. Between a rock and a hard place, and Angel finds the first 2. Zest still stands. Artist on the backfill denies the follow-up from Zest. Leaving it all to Marco in main. With 52 seconds, he's lost that window of opportunity. And quick thinking from Angel to fill that gap. Zipan playing safe.
It's the layers to that defense. So as to continue to see, the one way goes up, DRX are 3 ahead of it. The fragment forcing just Zest backwards, but the pop flash is on point from Zipan. Massive value found. Marco just has to ride this one out.
30 seconds left.
Yep.
There's a long old wait till round 23.
Well, again, I think this calls to the caliber of this game when we talk bigger picture, Mike. Kind of rolling back to the start, let's kind of readdress some of those win conditions. Do you think we've actually seen them hit here for DRX? Have we seen these win conditions in place?
I mean, I was almost anticipating, you know, seeing both teams attempt to kind of disrupt. Well, I mean, because you come into this and it's very carte blanche, right? You know that both teams are going to play in a certain way. There's a lot of taper. I mean, actually, circa 24 maps across both of these
Absolutely,
teams in terms of recent tape, but I haven't seen an awful lot of it. It's been very reactive play. That's why I'm surprised to see some of these mistakes happening, because these are two very disciplined teams, except for two very heavy default teams. They're looking to collapse on, you know, pressure points around the map. I gotta say, FPX for me, standing the test here on defense, but DRX, in my eyes, why haven't we seen them actually revert back to potentially what we're seeing now, which is an all-out sight hit?
Maybe feeling they could have dealt with some of those rotations they were pulling, but as you noted and we noted, it's been so quick with the adjustment from FPX! The 1v1, it's Zipans! Buzz denied. And Angel picking up the slack. There's just no way in at the moment. That is a deadly little duo there.
Yes, it's on this lesser purchase. This is the first time I've really seen DRX emphasize an opening engagement on either extremity. We have to actually get the weapon back up. So Zest and RB with rifles, they still go for this. And the one-way goes up, and that will close the door.
Yep. No subtlety to this now. You can already see the exploration beginning on the rest of the map as well. No Ardis. No Sugetsu. But maybe Zest.
The timing.
The timing. Ardis has it in his hands. Bernard's watch business at this point, but RB outdoes him. So that's opened up a chance, but Sugetsu backfilling that as well. Pop flash goes in, so Sugetsu does need to be a little worried about this, but surely you don't clear it. You didn't expect two to walk middle. There's already a player towards top mid as well. That's going to be Xiao. So all these audio cues, Sugetsu can relay.
No way.
He goes on check. There's two above.
Oh my god.
Oh, and on the other side, Zipan told it all.
One enemy remaining.
And once again, Marco in main. Nothing to do for 18 more seconds.
Just got to wait it out again. Just to come back as well, we see Marco disconnected from so many of these early round setups here. We'll find Angel, but round all but done with where the spike's down. But just note as well the lack of value in some of these lurks. Compare it to Ardis, maybe even just relaying information. That's what I'm saying. You can't help but feel like if they have that fifth body on site or lean heavier on kind of a committed execution, I'm going to feel a little more comfortable about it, because somehow we're here. 12-11 now. 3 unanswered rounds from FPX.
One more chance for DRX to close this in regulation in map 1. And for FPX, starting to find their footing, right? It's just, they feel immovable at times. There's a form that they hit, and it's just like, how do we get past them?
And this time, only Zipan with the fragment here. Flash comes soon, actually. More damage done. RB eats up a ton of it.
Oh, and they tried a little bit more defaulty in approach. They had that little bit of a kind of 3-1-1 split across the map, but Stax gets found early. We'd already seen that proactive work coming out in middle, but this time again, FPX rewarded for their mentality and approach.
Look how deep this kill occurs as well. Look at the death marker on Stax. Reinforce this short hold as well. I mean, the checklist for FPX on the defense here is just so long. There's so many different obstacles DRX have to overcome. That's like I said, in these slow burn rounds. That flash is good though.
Yep.
I'll be unfortunate.
Ooh.
That's a beautiful fragment.
This is so
That's gonna
nice.
kill him.
He's no way out of here. How is he alive? 23 HP and he's still standing. No way is he still going to do damage on this. Of course he is. It's Ardis, the final boss of FPX. 4 of them by side, finally overwhelmed. You can see Angel's back on his feet though, so they still got such a tough challenge. Marco and Zest, what are you going to do with it? The other hand flash is excellent! And Zipan's there, and Zest has nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. FPX, the test of time, they stand up to it, and we're tied all even, 12 apiece.
DRX just love overtime on Ascent. That's the only conclusion to
Love
make.
a bit of it, love a bit of it.
Absolute madness from FPX. And look at Ardis to make plays like this in round 24. Just the sheer arrogance on some of these things. And this is the sort of thing I was talking about, disrupting both teams. These are the sorts of things I'm talking about. Ardis just brazenly full swinging catwalk.
He's one of those difference makers. I know you can look at the rest of the roster as well. FPX has some incredible players. I mean, as I said, Xiao, Sugetsu, some of the MVPs of prior events, don't get me wrong. But you do always feel there's that little spark, right? There's that little extra danger with Ardis that he will get you something out of nowhere. And well, 23 to 18, he's getting a lot of things going his way.
Or FPX is going to pace change first round of over.
Oh.
Look like it. They're trying to avoid the knife here, which is Actually, not invested from RB, I guess on the back of no sound cue, but FPX are actually contacting up. Look how deep Artis is already.
He did this before, though. He was slightly isolated from the others on a solo mission. But do remember that Buzz was the one to keep him in check a couple of times prior. Now, the paranoia committed, but the smoke then goes up, so trying to quell the pressure on the back. And he absolutely is, but again, at this point, still no way forward. Artis just creeping up middle. Is there any success from the back of it? No, they haven't cleared RB. He's going to find the first two, and Buzz commits through the smoke. Finds him on the site, and now there's a problem. It's all on Artis to be the game changer, the difference maker, the man who can walk on water. Waiting for it. This is everything. Artis walking around.
No way, Artis!
And Artis Wonderland gets Zest down. Needs so much more, though. That's the first step. Now we look towards Sugetsu. Have you found anything? There's one towards Dice, one towards Jen. That's a pixel out of place, and he spots it. Artis now gets proactive. Does he find Stacks, potentially, who's starting to lean on over? 30 seconds, the double face comes in. It's all in one man's hands. Spike recovered, 24 seconds now. He's going to creep up on the side. He wants the plant. He might actually get it as well. Okay, Plant goes in and gets to dip away. Does get marked, though. Prowler, not a problem just yet. Another...
No way! Oh my God!
The man can do no wrong! One of the greats to stand on this stage so far. That's one of the best clutches I have ever seen.
You have got to be kidding me.
Ever.
I mean, talk about having the balls to do it in round 24.
The man who can make magic happen.
The hell was that Red Bull clutch?
Look at it. Watch this back. Pour over this. He knows it. He absolutely knows it.
Doesn't even flinch. I tell you who that is on stage right now. That's G2 Artis.
Straight up, roll it back.
The blast from the past, the second coming.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable scenes. I can't believe what we've just seen.
Did they pre-fire the timeout?
I'm in pieces of this. That was absolutely mad. There is no way you are ever allowed to do that. Against DRX,
It's DRX, by the way.
DRX, disciplined, smart, heads-up VALORANT players like... I'm gonna have a seat. I'm gonna sit down, Mike. This one's yours. Oh.
I can't believe what we've just witnessed. And that's the 5th unanswered. You drag it to overtime, and that's the first round of overtime.
If DRX have any mental capacity left in this game, I'll be amazed, because I would be absolutely...
I'm cooked.
I'm done.
I'm cooked.
I'm done. Get me out. Get me out of here. All right, well, DRX, have you got it in you? Because we've been doing this a long time, Mike, and I still have not seen anything like that in a long, long time. We may not for a while to come. As it stands, though, FPX get OT started the only way dreams could entail. And now it's all in DRX's hands. Can they respond?
Japan posted deep on this angle. Smoke will go up. Doesn't give away his position just yet, but Showns Sugetsu to deal with. Buzz just happy to burst on this.
Okay. A little bit, maybe simplistic, but it might be worth it. Shao even expecting the follow-up utility and nothing quite coming through yet. Buzz can go no further until the flash came in and finally they make it towards the side. Shao denies it on the first step forward and Angel still there. DRX though, digging deep. Stack's gonna bail it out with 2. And now just 2 alive, but Zipan's one of them and Artis is the other. Marco's found 1, but it's the nemesis.
I can't take
another. It's the man himself.
I can't take another.
The crowd absolutely behind this man. They can feel it. They are cheering his name. DRX rarely the villains, but he's got to slip ahead. Does he find the 1v1 towards the back of the site? Clears close, spots nothing. He's being given no option, given no quarter. And they tame the beast finally. Artis goes down 13-13, we go again.
Great round from DRX, so being able to stabilize here at such a weird moment. And just the pause for thought inside some of these smokes where they wait for this utility to drain out. Xiao and Sugetsu managed to evade all of this damage early on by some divine miracle.
I'm still not okay, Mike.
I'm
I'm straight up My Chemical Romance out here. I'm not okay. I need... Whew. Yeah. I'm amazed that DRX responded. Like, as if they brought themselves back into this. Incredible resolve.
Dumping utility here. They're coming all the way through. The ping is huge. What is that from Angel?
Oh my word, and now on the back of the site, Stacks. Not quite over him just yet, still has Buzz to help him out. And Angel finds RB, no support on the way now. They are stranded on the site itself. You can see already slipping deep towards CT as Marco. He's gonna try and hold this, play safe. He cannot feed into the machine. And the door shuts, and now you're locked in there with him.
When does Stacks' reveal come back? It's another 20 seconds on this though. Xiao's got his back in 3. This is a key moment in the round for FPX. I'm disconnected. Marco is still... Buzz has got 1 Stacks for the second.
Sugetsu chased down by the Prowler. DRX back in the lead. And I don't blame Marco for sitting safe there towards CT. He had to be. If they found him, that's the map open. I don't blame him on it. I really don't. He had 2 sat on the site.
Sorry, Angel's halfway down lane and
Yeah,
TP's back to logs, like, and then gets a kill. What the hell was that? Oh, great play from Stacks. Again, confidence to swing through with 22 HP. And the timeout in response now from DRX. They want to let that one breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
This has got the operator now, though. Could this be an overtime curveball? DRX can anticipate it.
This will be one
Sorry,
of
just quickly, somehow, Ardis is actually 27 and 20 now, after Buzz has such a ridiculous lead early on in this. What an insane second half from him again. Zipan as well. I'm pretty sure at one point, he was almost triple negative in the first half.
They weren't doing
Absolute
much.
madness from Ardis and Zipan.
Huge resolve. For me, though, I have to keep, as much as we've just seen genuine heroics, it's a word we use a lot for genuine from FPX, I have to give credit here to DRX. The DRX we have known until this point would have faltered by now. Straight up. You thought we would have this DRX before? I don't know, man.
The map would have been over 15 minutes ago.
Absolutely. This is different DRX, and I have to stress that. Their ability to stand up to this challenge, to take the lead back.
What was the Fury? Was this 16-14 of the Fury game? I don't even want to know. I don't want to know.
It's not the same. It's not the same anymore. 3 players posted up towards B main as well here.
This is creeping.
Yeah, they are off the back of the Prowler. He's going to get the angle too.
Buzz on a dirty off angle.
They read him like a book. Like something out of a fairy tale happening here.
And a huge piece off the board early on here from DRX.
They've lost their night at this point.
Buckets of time.
Oh, yeah. Now they hit the brakes for a second, rightly so. See if they can catch FPX trying to look for information elsewhere. Nothing going to be shown just yet. A very disciplined side, we know that with FPX, but...
I mean, without confirmation, maybe they're just waiting on this wall to come down, so FPX have to relinquish a little bit of map control, because DRX have none at the minute. See, Angel picks up the operator here. Will be noted. The ping comes through, but Angel's going to reposition back towards B. And DRX is stacked here.
Go. As it stands, if they do decide to commit towards the site,
Angel's going to get pinged off this.
He is.
Oh my god!
But look at the other side! Xiao sees 2, he saw more than that. But Buzz is slightly further ahead, Stacks fights back, Xiao's gone down. But there's still one on the back of the site, they haven't cleared Angel just yet. And now Stacks, oh! We go again!
What
Ow,
the hell are these rounds? I was talking about the ping being concerning for Angel because he stood behind a wall that's made of paper. And then the double
Look at
ping.
this.
What is that?
Let's go. Where does that, what? I guess it's just as they're pushing out. That's perfect.
That's absolute filth.
I mean, this was the first map we really saw, Fade and Xiao in perfect synergy, and I think it was just, I mean, this could be anyone's game. Anyone's game, Mike.
A big knife here from RB. Yeah, lots detected here. Spike not committed though. This is an early posture from FPX. Don't draw any extra rotation here because Buzz already picking up the slack on short. RB and Marco can focus their efforts on main. No operator here for DRX.
Cover going out.
I think actually RB close enough to hear that was invested still from close. RB feeling the heat though. And Zest is now toying with the idea of rotating.
But he's still ahead of this, which I'm kind of surprised by, because that was so much pressure his way. Doesn't back down, doesn't dip to the smoke. He knows it's more than likely a fake.
I mean,
or at least the timing's offset. Something else is happening here.
look what that's cost. Paranoia,
Knife's gone in.
both flashes from Zipan, the fragment, the C's.
Zest is on the way back, but Stack needs to buy time.
They only really have Sugetsu's utility to work with. And it's spotted out early by Stacks. A massive advantage in the mid-round here for DRX. Have to be conscious of that wall going up.
Paint mountains out of molehills at this point.
Left.
And there they are, in towards the side they go. A little bit of chip damage on the way through, but the trade comes out. Buzz and Stacks try to fight shoulder by shoulder, but still, it's traded. Wall goes towards CT. Spike's going to be going down.
Sugetsu has to, yeah, he does. He slips back into B main here. Or Zipan's planted there, but I'd say no command's going to come online. I thought they were both going to stack up on lane here. It's taken DRX a long time to deal with this wall.
Yeah, it's a lifetime. They should be able to step out towards us. They're not fighting the first couple of steps, but if Sugetsu gets curious, he actually loses his life. And now it's Zipan. 1v2. Back to the wall. Both players coming his way. I don't know if they're even going to use him at this point. Zipan now has to just guess it. And he chooses wrong, and DRX doing it right. It's close, but they got it. It's 15.
DRX put themselves in a position once again. I think it was 16-14. Fury game. Will the script repeat itself? The timing heartbreaking for Zipan there.
Yeah.
There's so many things to worry about. He's holding the right angle up until the last split second.
Oh, that's what a knife looks like. Huh.
Yeah, I never see it in my game, so.
15-14. Artist back on the operator here. Once again, we go through, and it's like, all right, who's going to pull off the magic this time?
Caution.
This stands early investment of interest towards B.
Interesting to see that Artist is actually behind the wall initially. Now has a much more passive angle, but a very difficult to deal with angle. It's going to test the diligence of DRX here in round 30. Sugetsu should come and deal with this drone. And it's spotted though. It's found Artist. Actually, Sugetsu trying to bait off the back of that information and post up deeper.
This little setup's going to be nasty. Lovely flash. Oh, he's found Artist, and he gets
flash.
away. There's no chance for a trade. So blind in the corner. Sugetsu can't do anything with it. It's just, there's nothing.
I mean, DRX almost defying logic in seeing the operator and still challenging it. But it's a fantastic flash from RB. And they want to dial up the pressure now. They want to split B.
But with the predict Sugetsu, he's going to get one. He's going to get two. Oh, and the crunch comes in from middle. FBX, perfect positioning. And now Stacks and Zest. In dire straits we go again. It's only map one. This is the Valorant we love right now. Inseparable.
I mean, it's so beautifully coordinated. Sugetsu's playing anti-flash.
It's a victim of his own success almost though, because they just weren't going to note him off the first of that, you know, the double stack that was there.
I mean, you think the bait is perfect, right?
Absolutely.
Artist takes first contact,
well.
a little deeper with the operator. Sugetsu set up for success. Artist dies, and Sugetsu's like, well, I'm here now.
I might as well stay.
I might as well post up.
Fully intentional. We go back. Oh man, just get yourself comfy for this game. Little info, but again, consider that we still have the same information relayed on the other side of the map. Wondering if that knife did actually catch Angel or not. So a little bit more standard on approach.
Two players posted up outside A lobby this time, though. Zipan slips away. Spike not committed again. Almost carbon copy some of these regulation attacking rounds for FPX. DRX not overstepping the mark whatsoever. Angel trying to make waves towards short here. Will be noted on the knife, and actually the utility towards B main is going to pull Buzz back towards this same position once again. Nearly loses his life. Zest, though, has to go huge here.
There's pace, and everything you can do, I can do better. They're going to do the same thing. Sugetsu, he goes down. And it's rinse and repeat. They've just shown him. That's a real nice position, bud.
You want to see our market hold?
It's pretty good.
The crossfire just beautiful. Comes through as well. Buzz breaking the wall. They almost just base that little bit of attention.
What a marathon of a game this is turning into.
10 seconds
Double
left.
swing, gonna get down stacks.
So little time.
Yeah, you're right. Time, biggest issue here. This will filter away. And DRX, once again, have the advantage.
Third time's a charm.
That's what they say.
Switching sides.
Surely, right?
Match point.
Artist this time around
Okay.
will don a Vandal.
Definitely don't see
Yeah.
that. Definitely have not seen that myself. It's actually sick.
The time is Sugetsu just trying the full Tokyo drift peak. Nearly gets it as well.
I know.
That's
Full
the
on.
most outrageous thing. If he finds that, he makes it into
Just
sight with his
dirty.
two teammates as well. It's just disgusting.
Oh, we're back underway. 16-15. Upper hand to DRX here, coming in with the advantage.
Are they going to try and
They're walking
they're going to try and press
Michael,
stacks again?
Michael, they're walking mid. You're absolutely right. Stacks left.
A safer position this time, though. You see, actually, look at the pings on the map. DRX are 100% aware of the possibility. Angel's got to be careful here.
On a knife's edge now.
Do they re-clear both sides?
How diligently? It's not.
Oh my God, he spotted him.
He's absolutely seen him. The crowd gives away, as does the shot that follows. Buzz pins down Angel. They've outdone the mastermind, at least on the first step.
Sugetsu, it's got to be careful here. If DRX opt to actually pivot away from this, but they don't. They're relying on this B split once again.
Oh, but look how many bodies are on the site now. At least one towards CT, two towards site. Nice little flash up towards market. Finds no one. You can see them sitting deep towards the site itself. Shao and Ard is there. They continue this pressure, continue the pace, but there's Zipan! Finding two on the way through as Buzz does at least slip the net. Finds a fight, loses it. Shao! Shutting down what they're doing. This game is never ending. 16-16.
How many kills has Zipan got swinging a smoke at CT? How many times? I'm not even sure that. Where's RB's fragment gone? I'm not even.
Don't know.
It's been posted elsewhere. You can hear it ticking off in the background. There's no flash from Zipan. He just swings
there.
on no contact.
Hello. They wouldn't
Oh
expect
my
it if I
God.
don't flash.
Yeah, they might read that.
The next level smoke criminal. Sorry, Stewie. All right. Surely 17 for DRX, right? That's just
We're going to be here all night. I'm here for it as well.
Yeah, I'm not even that fussed. Grab us a Red Bull and we'll be fine. Oh, but, how? How and why? Oh, it's
Got the
just...
reveal on the second as well.
He just sees this game in a totally different way. FPX are on the doorstep and they're actually in towards the side. It's just Buzz now. Left, severed alone. And head off the shoulders as Zipan claims it. Plan going to come in and Stacks and Zest. One towards heaven.
With Ardis falling though, it's given space for Zest to set up this flank. The null command comes through. No utility for Zest here.
Can Zest get any chances? First couple of looks in, sees nothing. But again, that's quite telling. Okay, spots one towards Gen. Stacks now needs to start making his step forward. Zipan doesn't quite have the active angle on it, but again, the positionings are great. They face all together. There's no way out of it for Stacks. It's 17 this time for FPX, the first time taking the advantage here in OT.
Let's see what FPX can do with it.
Match point.
The pressure is mounting here. DRX now put in a position on the back foot coming into round 34. And a total pace change from FPX. And a ridiculous opener from Ardis.
Yep.
Marco caught sleeping inside that smoke. And tucked in as well. All right, Ardis actually trading out with Angel here. Really a three-man stack towards A site. Get some back no information though. The focus will shift slightly. DRX looking as if they still feel good about this B split. Bobby and Buzz have to go huge here. Can they get the timing ahead of Sugetsu? Angel's close,
here.
close.
Angel's here. He's been found though. RB takes him out of the equation. And now they fight towards Simon Chow again. This guy is the ultimate fade. As now we're down to a 3v3. Spike. Spike's backing away. 55 seconds, they have time for this, but Marco's on the front! He's made a meal of it! And now it's all going absolutely skew if smoke goes up. But the Spike is still getting away from
Stax has slipped away.
Stax is going towards A. Marco is just purely buying time, trying to keep him safe as long as he can. How much damage can Marco do? Zipan striding forward now. 3 players going back in
Please
from
clear
CT.
him. Please
Do
clear
they
him.
clear it? And do they clear it well? They don't do it well enough. He gets 1. It's still game on, but Stax is here so quickly. And around the world he could go. Does he dare do it? Stax, the man himself. Glass gets broken. Hawk goes up. He slips away. Has to fall back towards side. Avoids the flash. One's already down on side. The second comes flying.
Depends
in.
1 HP.
The 1v1. Oh, but Stax is 30. Hawk goes up. He's looking for him anywhere he can, and the dance begins. The Stax and Stax goes huge.
The red ball clutch from Stax, bailing DRX out. And we go again. 35 on the board now.
This is what it's about, Mike. This is it.
I mean, finally, Marco's in a position to find value from that lurk. Fumbles the first, but in my eyes, even just confirming the 1 there.
Yeah,
It makes it a little easier for Stax.
a little bit. 17-17. Hope you didn't have plans. Anyone tuning in?
I'm cancelling my plans tomorrow.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. At this point, FPX straight up middle with Sugetsu. Now,
Did
he gets
spotted?
We don't know. Zest still playing for this. Slow goes in, so this gets more and more tricky for Zest.
The confirmation behind the wall, though. So actually, Buzz is going to make his way towards a site where FPX are collapsing
Look
now.
at the pace, the flash!
Oh
the
my God!
moves! How is Angel so spry? And how did he turn that? And how are FPX working this one out? Oh, the overwhelmed, bulldozed on the site. The last 2 players. Stax and Zest this time. Surely you can't clutch it out again. I have no idea he's here this early. He's got 1 scot-free.
Oh my God!
No!
What?
Not again! Not again! How has Stax done it? 1 more time!
What?
They had no idea! They had no idea!
The cracks are starting to show. Some of these rounds are just ridiculous. What? How do you get away with that?
No. What is going on?
He's made it look like an Ascendant rank game. What?
Look at this man! Look at him!
That is absolute madness.
This is one for the history books. Mark it now. Even if it's over the next, who cares? This has been something else. What a treat for those who thought, oh, I'll check out some VALORANT today. I'll nip down to the event. And they get one of the greats. Artist going to be forced away from the first angle, but he's certainly not alone on the site.
DRX got numbers behind this.
And they got pace behind it too, straight on in. All going to be shut, I believe. Buzz there, trying to play around it. Look for anyone out of position, but he's actually going to take the angle. Perfect timing on Artist with the punish. The fault's not going to happen. Shao good for 1, but only 1. Site's now vulnerable. Spike on towards it, and now 3 remaining. Where is Zipan, Angel, and Sugetsu here?
Angel's on a late flank here. Got to be careful though, because Marco's posted deep in B main. Could this be it for DRX?
The crowd believe it. They just have to make us a believer. The flash for him. Marco
Oh my
tags
God!
it! He turns the flash. The trade does come out, but towards the side, it's RB to go down. Marco still standing, and Marco wants him done here. Sugetsu says no.